All right, welcome back for episode 43. I've been recording for about the last hour, thinking I was almost to the end of my episode and realized that I never started recording. So I'm going to have to catch you up on what's been going on. Didn't mean to skip it, but I don't have a save that I can go back and redo it. So tonight's episode is going to be about gathering supplies to make an iron farm. I did a lot of research the last 24 hours, and I found lots of interesting designs for a Java iron farm. And then tonight, before I started recording, I found one by Spawn Camped, and it was a really cool one that brings in some of the sulfur elements, some of the recent content to make a really interesting iron farm. So I headed to the well, I'll show you. Let's go ahead and get into the game. I'll show you what I've got. So I came here. I got my map. I had to go back to previous episodes to figure out where this was. So this was on that second map down at the southwest corner. We found this little sulfur springs. So I came here, used up most of my rockets to get here. Very cool. Dug around a little bit, brought a bed, and started digging down. So I found a place that we can collect supplies, and I'd been collecting supplies for a little while. I got to pay more attention. Yeah, I am recording now. So yeah, I hate that I missed the content there because it was pretty interesting discovering all this. But I'll catch you up. I think that's about all I can do. So I found this little cave system here, dug around in this, and it brought me back up to the surface over here. Circled back around and then dropped down again. Since I'm already here, we're just going to swim back over. So I just went back up to the sulfur springs, dropped down again. I do have a respiration helmet on, so should be okay getting back over there. And it is lit up because it's to the surface. Then I dug around this way. Found some iron and other things here. And since we have water and a respiration helmet, let's just go ahead and go down this way. Okay, so I kind of dug out a little area here. And it was while I was digging out all the sulfur in this area that I realized I wasn't recording. Checked the clock to see what I was at, and yeah, it was still at 0. I hadn't started recording yet. But I brought a shulker chest, and the main goal for coming here was to collect some sulfur. I need at least 27 sulfur so that I can make the potent sulfur, which I guess I can go ahead and make those. I need 3 of those for the farm, so we have enough for multiple farms. The design that I was looking at from Spawn Camp, it was a single village, so just using 3 villagers and a zombie to panic them so that it produces the golems, and then it sends them up a little geyser, sends the iron golems up a geyser, so that way it moves them out of the range, so it actually speeds it up a little bit. So it's actually even a more efficient version of the usual type that you see for a Java world. So yeah, gonna have fun with this. Thought it was a really cool design. Before I came down to this little sulfur spring, I did find an area that I want to put the farm, and I did give the 2 villagers, I added another bed into that space, gave them some carrots and stuff, and hoping that they breed a 3rd villager. No luck before I left, so I'm probably going to have to get more food, and I think I may be doing something wrong, but yeah, we'll check to try to get that 3rd villager so that we can create the iron golem farm once we get all the supplies. So yeah, I can't believe I did that. That's about as bad as not having my mic on that time. But yeah, so this is the sulfur springs. I cleared a lot of sulfur out of this area. There was 1 creeper over here, so I got enough to make 3 more rockets. And just kind of lit up this cave. There's a lot of cinnabar around in here. I found this little area over here. It's kind of like a little sulfur spring that doesn't really continue. I think. I don't know. Maybe I can explore this a little bit. Is that going to make me sick? Yeah, I didn't notice that this extended. Okay, so that's just more cinnabar. Which I haven't really collected much cinnabar yet, so let's go ahead and collect a little bit of that while I'm over here. Yeah, I can't believe I wasn't recording. And I'm probably going to have to start making backups between episodes just in case that happens again. Yeah, I can go back and record from the previous episode. That might not be a bad idea. Here we go. Alright, well that gives us a little bit more space over here. There we go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the cinnabar, but it's kind of nice having it. I don't know, does that do a geyser? I haven't noticed it doing a geyser, but it looks like it's got the bubble. I don't know. Does it have to be up at the surface to do the geyser? Oh, I'm getting the nausea. There we go. I'll hop back out of there. I did get some iron, and I just come back over here. I was collecting that while my iron was being processed. Made a couple of buckets just in case we see a slime, and I've got more iron so that we can make more buckets if we need them. So that was kind of the plan before I realized I wasn't recording. So the next thing I was going to do is there was an area over here where there was like a little... There's a zombie somewhere nearby. Where's the zombie coming from? Oh, and skeleton. Yeah, I've only encountered one creeper in these caves so far, so I'm not sure where the mobs are. And I did light most of this up, so maybe they're down in the open area here where I was gonna show you. But yeah, right here, there's water in this little area, so I broke a couple blocks so it'll flow down. So we have kind of like a water ladder to come back up. And I think I've got another little passage over here. I can show you what else was over here. Yeah, right there you can see that little bit of wood. It looks like there's an abandoned mine over here. I can see a little bit more over there. There is more of the sulfur and cinnabar down there, so I think it extends lower. I'm not sure where the mobs are at. They're noisy, but I don't see them. Just waiting for them to drop on my head and knock me down there. But yeah, that's where I was going to head next, was just to go down there and explore a little bit. It's just now the zombie sound's kind of throwing me off. Alright, so there is sulfur spikes right there. We have what I came for. I was really just trying to get the potent sulfur so that I could make the springs. Yeah, I just want to break this and light this up a little bit better. I do need to gather some coal if we're going to explore, so... Oh, look at there. Speak of coal, and just found some. Alright, let's go ahead and get to this iron and coal. Almost out of torches, and used half of the coal that I had to smelt the iron. Alright, that's a little bit better. Don't have too much wood with me. There's trees outside if I need them. Let's make a little bit more. Got some lapis there. Okay, we'll go ahead and gather some of that while we're here. I am using a fortune pickaxe, so collecting a good bit from that. Oh good, that's not an immediate drop. Yeah, let's look under that. Okay, yeah, so we're good. There we go. Okay, well, we're collecting a little bit of iron, which we're going to need iron so that we can make the hoppers to finish the iron farm. We need that initial investment to get everything working. Okay, well there's a little bit of mines over there. Which also means cave spiders, potentially. Yeah, I did fight one cave spider, but I was thinking it was connected to the sulfur springs. Alright. Alright, looks like we're back in abandoned mine kind of space. Not so much sulfur springs. Yeah, let's go ahead and gather all this coal. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll explore the abandoned mine for a little bit. Okay, so I was close before. I was like right there. Okay, yeah, I dropped down like a little space and got to that. Okay. Yeah, so I'd been over here. Looked down there, and that didn't look like somewhere I wanted to go. And I did fight a cave spider right here. So, alright, let's go back over. Yeah, going up that way took me back to my little starter camp for this area. So I was that close to the cave, didn't realize it. Or to the abandoned mine, sorry. Now, I would like to find more creepers, you know, safely, because I do need to make more bottle rockets. I did bring a boat with me just in case I can't get back home with the elytra. And I did put more of the shulker shells in the ender chest. So if we fill up the shulker chest that we have with us, we have plenty of storage to take things back home with us. Finding lots of iron in here. Kind of takes some of the pressure off having to build the iron farm immediately, but I do like the idea of building that one now, so that is going to be in an episode soon. Okay. Go ahead and grab those before we check the minecart. Alright, and more of those, and powered rails, which, yeah, I was thinking about incorporating a powered rail system. Oh, and another name tag, nice. Don't have room in there. There you go, we'll take those. And I think we need to go back and put things into that shulker chest. We can light up a little bit first. And I can add more to those. Checking things I don't have full stacks of. And yep, dead end. Okay, I can go back that way. I can go back that way. Let's light this up real quick. Looking at that gravel that just wants to fall. Okay, and then this is the way we came in, so we can get back out that way after we grab that other one. Yeah, that gravel wants to fall. Alright, let's check this one out. Alright, good. More bread. Glowberries. Melon seeds. Name tags. Torches. And rail carts. Alright. Oh. Yeah, I don't think we can pick up the rail cart until we move something. Yeah. It's full inventory. What's something small we can put in the bag somewhere? Oh, spider. Probably cave spider, so let's be careful. Oh, I think it went beside me. Okay. Can't believe I wasn't recording. It's worse than when I didn't have the mic on. At least then I could do a voiceover. I had the footage. This time I didn't have anything. Alright. Just light up what we can while we have a full inventory. Be a little bit more efficient because we're not stopping for things. Oh. There we go. Yeah, keeping an ear out for creepers. Okay, this is pretty extensive abandoned mine over here. Okay, we can get a little bit more iron, so that's a good one to grab. A lot of dark corners around here. Not a lot of mobs so far, though. Careful when I say that. It's usually when a creeper pops out and kills me. Man, I just keep trying to jinx myself, don't I? Alright, got those. Frostwalker, that'll be an interesting one. I don't think it'll go in the bag, though. What's another small thing? There we go. And anything else really small stack? Torches. I can go ahead and do sticks. And that gives me an open slot for this. Okay, yeah, it's almost full. Yeah, I'm getting turned around. I should probably head back before I lose my way. Wow, this place is... yeah. This is a pretty big abandoned mine. I mean, the goal is to explore the Sulfur cave, not the abandoned mine, but it's hard to pass up all the resources. Yeah, I'm pretty full of things now. Okay, that's where I came into this area. Oh, there's like a dark space where something would come out after me. Okay. Yeah, so where we fought the zombie. Okay. Yeah, that's where I first saw the abandoned mine, right there. See creeper down below. I have not seen a slime. I was hoping to at least see a slime, or the I don't know what are they called? Sulfur cubes. Yeah, so my little base is over here. Okay, let's go ahead and get a few resources put away. And go ahead and have those processing. Let's see, what else have we got that we can put away here? We got our cinnabar. Frostwalker, nice. Gonna get our mine carts, powered rails, all that stuff in there. Take those. Put those away. Let's see, what else can we pull out of the bag here? Guess we can go ahead and add 8 more to that. Make some space in the bags here. Was that different? Cinnabar? Oh, that's granite. There we go. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, I do have some more wood with me, so probably should take some of that out. And we'll keep 8. Oh, that's oak planks. Yeah, we'll go ahead and make a bunch of sticks with that, since we have the spruce wood on us for the planks. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. Let's go ahead and take that out, put it with those. That'll have to stay there. Yeah, there's enough room. So that one's about full. Okay. Feel like I should make more buckets since I've got plenty of them now. There we go, 6 buckets almost, plus our water. Plenty of inventory space. We'll keep the map in there just to keep it safe. Let's see if we find anything interesting. Yeah, that's the one we went through earlier. I'm thinking we go look for sulfur cube. Feels like something bad's gonna happen. This is typically where I end up, ending my episode with a corpse run. Let's see, the water's flowing there. Okay, is it really rare to have the sulfur cubes, or? Let's light up this area. Plenty of water coming down, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm nervous about that spot right there. That just feels like something I need to light up. Okay. I'd love to find the sulfur cube. Come on. This just feels like caves. Okay, zombie nearby. So we're getting down to deep slate area. Okay. Well, looks like that's more over there, but careful around the lava. Okay, there's zombies. I don't think he has a way up to me. That does go deeper. But I'm not getting the feeling that this is a sulfur cave so much as just a cave. Yeah, this just feels like a ravine that has an abandoned mine and some sulfur biome next to it. Yeah, I think there was a second zombie around here. There's glow squid. More iron. Cool glow squid. Think he's not doing so good. We can get the glow ink if he passes. Trying to light up around the edge here. Kind of get our borders a little bit. Kind of looking for open area. That may be our best bet over there if that extends into sulfur cave instead of just like stalactite kind of cave. Right, and that's our way out. Let's make sure I know how I got in here so I can find my way back out later. Okay, that's looking promising. That does look like sulfur. More glow squids. So far, just zombies and glow squids as far as sounds go. Okay, well, this is quite the adventure. Down 6 torches. I need to keep an eye on those. Gonna have to make more soon. Okay, this is looking less like sulfur over this way. Let's get back over into the light. Okay. Oh, where are you going? Oh, that one surprised me. There we go. Okay, what else have we got over here? Still here, zombie. Okay. And another spider. Okay, let's make a few more torches real quick. Let's go ahead and light this up and fight the things that come after us. Okay, so this is connecting the dots. This is going back over to the area we started lighting before. There we go. Oh, got another one. Two. Oh, and a creeper. We need those. Let's keep it from blowing up. There we go. I did bring paper so I can make more rockets, so we can use the elytra to get home, which I should have put the elytra away. Yeah. Just in case. Is that, yeah, Skelly. Okay, and that was our way out. Trying to draw them into the light. We did buy arrows when we were at that polar village earlier. Okay, that's not looking very sulfur springs, or very sulfur cave. But it does look like something I should light up really quick. Oh. Oh, there's more. It sounds like there's more. No, I think that's all for now. Let's go ahead and eat, get my health back up. Okay, that looks interesting, but not sulfur cave interesting. So I don't want to get too far out into that area. I think I see another creeper, or maybe, I don't know, let's go see what that is. Let's go ahead and eat one more time. Let's grab those just in case. Yeah. Should have brought more of that with me. And keep an eye out for more coal. Nope. Yeah, I saw a little block there. I was hoping that that was a sulfur cube. But no, we need the gunpowder, so it's fine. Oh, nice. Well, I need gunpowder. Don't blow up. Oh. Yeah. Hit a low spot in the water. Where I started swimming. I'm not sure what happened there. Was I swimming? Yeah, I feel like we should light that up with our last torch. Okay. Oh, one more creeper. Let's get that one. More gunpowder. Let's bring you over here. There you go. There we go. Nice. Okay, that's 21 more rockets that we have. But we are out of torches. We're gonna do one sprint to the lava, and then we'll sprint back. Oh, bad move. Lots of skeletons. Alright, this does look amazing. I'm pretty sure we're out of range. I don't think they followed us that closely. Okay. Alright, well, I think we'll head back up to our base. We'll pack up and start heading back to the nether ending story base. I see that glowing bow over there. Let's go that way. There's still more over there. I really would like to get a sulfur cube if I can. Was there any coal around here? I don't see any coal. There they are. We found some. Awesome. Yep, got one. Awesome. Bucket of sulfur cube. Sweet. Alright. Alright, we got two. Awesome. Oh, there's a third. Yeah. This is so cool. Alright. Listening for more. Oh, there's a skeleton over there waiting for us. Oh, there's another one. Alright, got you. Let's get you. Got him. Alright, let's get back over here. Sweet. That's so cool. Alright, alright. Mission accomplished. I hate that I lost the footage from getting over here, but at least all the exciting stuff. All you really missed was me setting up a couple things, checking a chunk to figure out where I might want to put the iron farm, and then trying to start breeding villagers. But that's good to know that we can get the sulfur cubes over here. They will spawn in this area. You know, I've got a lot of bows. Why am I trying to get close? Oh, wait. Why did he catch on fire? Oh, I do have flame on the bow. Ah, forgot I had flame. That's right. Because I was picking up the flaming arrows when we fought the Ender Dragon. Okay. Oh, let's get somewhere safer. there they are. Oh, that's the babies. And the babies don't drop anything, so one of them must have got killed. They do grow up to be big ones, but... Yeah, we got 4, so we can get the advancement. We have enough gunpowder that we could make that, and we don't have any sand on us, but we could do that when we get back to base. So we might be able to get an advancement tonight. Yeah, I brought leather boots. I was hoping to find some powdered snow to get that one as well. And I meant to bring my spyglass so that we could fly over one of the jungle areas. And then maybe we could spy a parrot. I can check the ender chest while we're here and see if there's one in there. I think there was one. Yeah, I think we're in a good position to get back to our little base here. I just got to find the right path to get up. I don't think this is the right way. Oh, and just watch out for the zombie down there. That's still a baby one, right? Yeah. And I think the baby ones don't drop anything. I think that's the one that we need to ride back up. I keep hearing sounds like I'm picking things up. Okay, let's find our path back up here. Looks good. Yep, and that's the one I broke. Yep, there we go. We're back up to the base. Or I guess outpost. It's not really a base. There we go. Okay, let's grab all of our good stuff here. Let's see. Get things stored. Ooh. Actually, we've picked up so much stuff, I think I'm going to have to make a second one to get everything back home. Yeah, looking for stacks of things that I can combine there. And I didn't bring that much food with me either, so... Oh, well, I did pick up some bread since it was an abandoned mine and we found some there. So we do have a little bit of bread. Let's see, but I think my best bet is to set this down. Yeah, no spyglass. I really thought I had a spyglass. But we can take 2 of those and 1 of those and make another shulker chest. Start putting some things in there. Cinnabar. Let's go ahead and make more rockets before I... There we go. Now we can get back home in style. Alright. Let's see. Toss random stuff in there. We'll put our buckets of sulfur cube in there. Very nice. Go ahead and put some of our iron in there. So we have plenty of iron to make the hoppers that we're going to need to make the iron farm now. So that's good. We have the potent sulfur that we need. Lava we got plenty of now because it's our nether ending story base. So lava was a big part of building that base. Let's see. I will grab the boots just in case we have some more now, so we might have a chance. Let me go ahead and grab half of that as well. Make some more torches. Okay, we'll grab our map, make that easier to get back home. Might as well grab all those. Let's see, so we got lots of rails and mine carts with chest. We can combine our dirt. anything else we need out of here for travel? We got a boat in there. No. Oh, don't want to lose that. That would have been bad. Okay. And then we'll put our shulker chest in there. It's looking good so far. We'll just put our map down there so that way we can keep our shield up just in case. I think we're looking good to head back. Oh, I need to switch those. That is my silk touch. Yeah, it's turned out to be a pretty good trip out here. I hate that I wasn't recording it all for you, but at least I was able to pick back up and you didn't really miss too much. It was more just kind of the initial exploration of this cave, lighting up this little entrance way. I think I've shown you pretty much everything else. We'll leave this down here because this is a nice little place to come and go back and craft and store things. Somewhat safe at that point. And then that was our way back out. So I was just kind of pillaring back up. And then it blocks the water. It is nighttime, so I gotta be careful when I get up top. But we can sleep when we get up to the top. I do have a bed that I put up top. And sleep real quick. Oh, oh, oh! Ooh, that was close. Wow. Wow. Oh, there's the bed. Whew, okay. Oh, Enderman. Yes, making sure there's nothing else scary about to happen to us. That is a not... Oh, wow. Can't believe creeper right as I got out of the bed. Yeah, I was trying to check the sounds because the geyser kind of hid the sound of the creeper. Ah, we survived. Oh, and I didn't even take any damage. That was luck. Kind of hate leaving that big hole right here next to our sulfur springs. Yeah, we got all the dirt. Might as well put it back. Yeah, it seems a shame to keep 4 blocks on me. So we'll do this so we don't fall in the hole. And we will mark that as down. Actually, we'll mark that as down. That's the one we dig. We can fall because there is water down there, so we could make a soft landing if we went into that spot. It's not death. It's just an inconvenient time coming back up because you'd have to dig the block and then, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is really cool. Alright. Whew. Mission accomplished. Okay, so that's our map. We need to head north again. If I had had the spyglass, we could have tried to get that. Actually, I could probably get back to base and do that real quick. We do have the boots, but I don't know that we're going to find a good spot to try to walk on powdered snow. Alright, let's check our map. Heading that way. Yeah, we should go ahead and switch those out. That'll be easier to navigate. Okay. Elytra. Love the Elytra. Just looking at all the animals down there. Yeah, I noticed this on the way in. That looked like a really weird little biome right there. Oh, double click. Wasted a rocket. Let's go a little bit west and see if we see any deep snow. I know I saw some when we were lost at sea. So now that we have the map, it's a whole lot easier to find our way home. This looks really cool. And this all counts as frozen ocean. It's hoping for ice spikes. I don't think we found the ice spikes. What is that? Oh, okay. That's a little archaeology site on the snow. I think that's what that is. Okay, let's go higher. Oh, there we go. That's got potential. Let's go ahead and switch out our boots real quick. We'll scout it out. I don't know. Oh, no. Mama bear with baby bear. Let's keep some distance. At least we could fly away if we had to, but oof. Okay, this looks really cool. From sulfur to snow. Yeah, still looking good on our elytra. Didn't really take much of the durability away so far. Ooh, careful. Looks interesting the way the snow's collected there. Snow bunnies. Yeah, this is still snowy plains. I don't know that there would be powdered snow on a snowy plain. I think you have to get into the more frozen. Let's go up. Okay. And we're kind of heading off of our map at this point. We'll have to head east again. Yeah, this looks like where we were lost when we were trying to find the igloo. Well, trying to find a way out with the igloo. Yeah, because we came up to this path, we hit the dead end there. Okay. Let's kind of check out this other frozen area. We got the leather boots. I want to try to find a place to use them. See if we can get one advancement. No, we're back at the village. Yeah, so the igloo's like right there. And I'm not sure exactly where that mushroom island was, because we were so lost at that point. Let's check over this way real quick before we head back to base. Yeah, so we're north of base now, so we're on our other map. So yeah, it definitely wouldn't be over here. Yeah, I'm not sure where we were at. It's so easy to get lost. Okay. Alright, well, I don't think we're gonna find that area tonight, but we can toss those back into one of our shulker chests and the ender chest, and it'll be available for us. You know what? I think we're actually pretty close to our island base right here. Because I think that's the one that sticks out. Yep, there's our island base right there. And we don't have to use the nether network as much now. Wasn't planning to come back to this base, but since we're here, let's check, see what kind of useful things we might have available. Yeah, our pale dog here at the island base still needs a name. Let's go ahead and reset my spawn since Creeper blew up my last bed. Yeah, so we're back up here. That's our nether ending story base there at the end stronghold. That's the village where I started the game. And we were down here at this little sulfur, that little yellow spot down at the very bottom of the map. Let's check supplies real quick here. Let's see, I don't think, yeah, I left a gap there. I should probably close that one. Do I have a spot for these flowers? Nope. Okay, looks good, looks good. One thing that I know I need is another map to copy the map for the top part, our double map area. So let's make that real quick while we're here and we have supplies. There you go, empty map. Yeah, I was checking for a spyglass. I don't think we had another spyglass here. We definitely have the materials to make one. We also have materials to make a daylight sensor if I want to go that route with that iron farm for the zombies, because they need to be able to sleep every 20 minutes. Let's see. I did have one more sulfur spike there. Yeah, I want to grab some food. I'm just not sure what food I want to grab. Grab 32 of those and we can cook those while we're back at the other base. That way we've got plenty of food. Yeah, we can make some bread for the villagers to get them to spawn or to get them to breed. We'll do this. We'll add those to the ones we have in there. I'll give them a little bit more. Maybe we can get them to breed and make our third villager for the farm. I don't think I had that. Yeah, I was looking for the amethyst stuff, but I think that's all back over at the at that little XP farm and the stuff there, because that's when we were exploring the stronghold. That's when we found it. Okay. Yep. All right, let's go grab that other map. Yeah, we want a copy of this one. So it's, nope, not that one. Make sure I'm copying the right map. Yeah, I want that map. Okay, there we go. I'll put that one back. And then we have a copy of each of the maps. Yep, that's the right one. I'm just looking which one makes the most sense to get back to the other base. Let's go ahead and sleep now that it's nighttime. Yeah, I like the sound of the bees coming out. Okay. Just kind of checking to see what other things we have around here. Since we spend more time at the other base now. Or recently we have. So I have our axolotls. Need to start breeding them to try to get a blue one. And there's still another one for winning a battle with an axolotl partner. So we need to do that one at some point. Let's go ahead and expand our basic cactus farm. I'm going to make an actual cactus farm at some point. I don't remember if I had any. Let's double check to see if we have any gunpowder down there. I wasn't really looking for it when I was looking through the chest. I'll keep placeholder and we'll make 12 more. Okay, half stack of rockets. That should get us back to the other base. And get everything there, and we can kind of wrap up, and then I can plan the actual iron farm. Okay. Anything else while we're here? I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting, but let's head on. Because after my hour of not recording and then doing an hour, yeah, it's already about 1 a.m. for me on a work night, so I don't want to stretch this out too much longer. We're already at an hour, so I'm going to get back to the base. We'll do a wrap up, and then I should be set to start on the farm. Yeah, I'm just looking at the water monument beneath me. Trying to stretch out the rockets a little bit at the moment. Which, yeah, I can go hands-free at the moment. We're just coasting. Although, there's trees. There we go. And there's our base there. I just wanted to kind of look around a little bit while we have this height. Yeah, that's the first little place we went, right there with the polar bears. So it was a baby on the other side of that one. Okay. Nice little runway. Okay, so this is our never-ending story base. We do need to add the elements from the end in here. I haven't really added those to it since we finished our end battles. The place that I was thinking about doing the iron farm is, it's a 17 by 17. And if we put on chunk borders, I think this chunk right here makes the most sense. Or maybe this one. Yeah, we could do this one. That puts it kind of, it's framed within the entrance to our XP farm there. Have our base over here. So we can level the trees, and it's a 17 by 17, which is just, you know, one space wider than the 16 by 16 chunk. So I'm thinking this might be a good place to set that up. But I may have to reevaluate that, because if I want to try to make it into a multiple, I have to do some thinking about the design. But yeah, we will have an XP farm soon. Some really nice little features to it. It looks like our sulfur grew. That kind of got my attention looking over there. Yeah, our sulfur actually grew. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, we can expand that now that we have more resources. So we can actually have a cool little sulfur farm. It's weird that that's expanded, but these haven't. Maybe they don't have that much room to grow. But yeah, very cool. Alright, let's get back over here. I can turn chunk borders off. Get rid of the debug. Yeah, let's check on our villagers real quick. We do have the 2 villagers. I gave them some food, but no baby. It's, well, I don't know. Can you give them the potatoes? I'll give them the bread. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm trying to get a good angle where I can see you both. There you go. I see hearts. Come on. I see double hearts. I see 2 hearts. Come on. Let's get a 3rd villager. Oh, come on, come on. No, don't be looking at me. Look at each other. I see baby. Yeah, we got a 3rd villager. And I'm thinking it's one that can have an occupation. Awesome. Hello, little guy. You grow up big and strong, and we're going to have you panic that there's zombies nearby for the rest of your life. But you'll also have a profession, and I will take care of you. Alright. Yay, and he gets to bounce on the bed. Very nice. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, so that was pretty much everything for the night. Let's get up here on the doghouse. I feel a little bit safer. Alright, so let's do the wrap up and see how things went with my plans. So yeah, it was gathering farm supplies that was designed by Spawn Camp that uses the geysers to send the iron golems up so that it gets them away from the villagers and it makes it a little bit more efficient, and it just looks really cool. So we went down, we gathered up the sulfur, we got the potent sulfur, so we're ready to do that next time. I have a location, bred a villager, and we did some exploring for resources. Didn't get any advancements, but I did have the boots, so we can take boots and the spyglass later and hopefully get those too at some point. And yeah, this has been a fun evening. Sorry that I wasn't recording at the beginning, but yeah, I think it turned out to be a pretty good episode after all. So let me get over here. Yep, just over an hour. So thank you for watching. I'm having so much fun doing this. Going to continue. We're still at 60 of 126, so we're not even halfway there yet. We will get all the advancements before the series ends, however long that takes. So subscribe, come back for more. Going to be making these episodes for a long time, it seems. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.